Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Newell. So today is Friday, August the 30th, and I want to start with happy Friday. We're going to have a great weekend, and then we'll see each other back on Tuesday because we have a holiday coming up, Labor Day. So let's get started with what we have done this week and what we're going to do today. For Math A, we will be working in RoboBlocky, practicing our skills in adding and subtracting decimals and whatever other activities we get to. And for Math B, we will be working with our notebooks in math, and we will also be working on adding and subtracting decimals. So we're going to glue these into our notebooks. We'll have adding and subtracting decimals, multiplying decimals, dividing whole numbers, and dividing decimals. And we're just going to kind of go through those. And for Math C, we will also be working in RoboBlocky, reviewing some activities that we have for math class. So in our planners today, for Math A, you will write out practice in RoboBlocky and 30 minutes of Delta math practice. And then for Math B, you will write out 30 minutes of Delta math practice. And for Math C, you will write out practice in RoboBlocky and 30 minutes in Delta math. For all of the math classes, we had work throughout the week. For math class A and B, we were finishing up pages 205 and 207, even numbers only because the odd numbers are in the back of the book and they're used more to just check our work, okay? Remember, it also tells you which example from earlier in that lesson can help you with those problems if you get stuck. For Math C, we were working on completing lesson 4, both the extra practice and the homework practice pages, okay? These are practice pages, and when you turn those in, those are graded for completion, and you just get your participation points for those. And then for our RoboBlocky and our Delta Math, those are online resources, and you can find the links to them in Google Classroom. So for Math A and Math C, we will dig into those today, okay? And for Math B, we're kind of going to flip our activity till Monday so that you guys, we will work with the notebooks for today, and then we'll do RoboBlocky on Tuesday. For social studies, we are ending a week of just doing great things. You guys have been working on answering text-dependent questions with text evidence. And some of you even got started during advisory yesterday, answering questions on page 12. This is our lesson check. I did have planned to give you a quiz today, but we won't do the quiz because we'll save that for a later lesson, a future lesson, because too many of you are still struggling with the concept. So we are going to work today on answering the questions from lesson 1's lesson check on page 12. We are answering questions 1, 2, and 5, and we're answering these questions using RACE. Restate part of the question to begin your answer. Answer the question how you believe it should be, right? That's 1, that's 2. And then cite evidence from the text, right? You have to say, in paragraph 5, the author states, or on line 6, or on page 4, under the header, da-da-da-da-da. You need to go back to the text and pull out evidence to support your answer, okay? And then we have E, which means to explain. So this is where you summarize. You say, this means, right? This shows, okay? You have in your social studies or your ancient Civ, social studies A, that's the class, but in your ancient Civ Google Classroom, I have a rubric, which is what I'm grading your responses by. It's already there for you. It gives you transition phrases to use as you go from R to A to C to E. I shouldn't say that. It gives you transition phrases for C and E, and we have worked really hard on restating and answering. So I am expecting top quality work, guys. If you have not taken the notes we've made, you can look on the stream in our Google Classroom and you will see what we've written out on the board, okay? It's there for you. So if we're in class and we're going through race, as we have been all week, and you are not taking notes, it does not excuse you from the expectation. You must make sure you're taking those notes, okay? That rubric is in there as your guide, because when I give you your actual assessment, which will be next week, and it'll be for, if it's going to be, I believe next week will be good, probably the end of the week, and we should be ready by then. We have some kiddos in SSA that are our social studies A class that are killing the restate, killing the citing of text evidence. You guys are just trying to learn how to put the sentences together. That's why we use transitional phrases, all right? So that's what we're doing. And in your planner today for social studies, your planner entry will be to practice using race. You should have completed by today your vocabulary. We've had time all week using advisory. Some people made great progress even just yesterday. You should have concluded or completed page 13, numbers 1, 2, and 3. I took a picture of that page and posted it in our Google Classroom. I also attached the vocabulary sheet, and I talked about it in my last video from earlier in the week, okay? And today you will have concluded on page 12, questions 1, 2, and 5, because we're doing that together in class, all right? That's all I have, folks, for this week. I'm looking forward to it for Friday. For our work for today. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And if you stick around, you will learn something. All right? Ciao for now.